Imagine dropping $50 on an expensive steak dinner, watching someone cut it into tiny pieces, and then dumping the entire plate straight into the trash, right in front of your face. And when you confront them, they claim it is a sign of respect. Yeah, right? Welcome back to Legal Verdict Daily. Today we are diving into Am I the Asshole for an explosive story about family boundaries, wasted money, and an unbelievable dinner routine. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us dive straight in. Our story today comes from r/AmItheAsshole, posted by user WA136. Title: Would I be the asshole for asking my daughter's boyfriend to stop having dinner with us? My daughter, age 21, has been dating this guy, age 24, for 2 years. It is fairly serious. He is from Mexico and has been in the United States since he was 3 years old. He has a strange phobia of not wanting anyone to see him eat. And it is real. I have literally never seen this kid put a bite of food in his mouth, despite spending a fair amount of time around him. He is thin, but does not look unhealthy. Okay, let us pause right here for a second. 2 whole years. You have known this guy for 2 years and have never seen him put a single crumb in his mouth. Look, if he has a genuine phobia or an eating condition that deserves compassion, but wait until you see how he handles actual social dinners. The problem is, we will take them out to dinner occasionally for holidays or special occasions. He always orders a full meal. He will cut up the food, push it around on the plate, but not eat any of it. Then after the meal, he will donate his leftovers to someone else. Oh, isn't that generous? Ordering an expensive meal on someone else's dime just to donate it. But wait, it gets even crazier when they stay at home. It is even worse when I make home-cooked meals and they come to dinner. He does the same thing. Takes a full plate of food, pushes it around, cuts it up, makes it look messed with, but does not eat any of it. Then he will scrape all the food into the trash can afterwards. No way, absolutely not. Scrape an entire plate of home-cooked food straight into the garbage while the host is standing right there in the kitchen. Do you know how much effort and money goes into cooking a full dinner? That is wild disrespect. I am starting to get enraged over this. He wastes a horrendous amount of food, and I cannot stand the money wasted when we buy him expensive restaurant meals that go completely uneaten. It has even caused a few scenes with waiters asking him what is wrong or if they need to change his order. I have talked to my daughter privately and said, if he does not want to eat, that is fine. Just tell him to stop taking plates of food and ordering in restaurants. Her response was, but in his culture it is rude for him to not take food. I am not asking him to do that. Are you kidding me? Culture. As hundreds of commenters from Mexico pointed out under this exact thread, there is no culture on earth where throwing a host's home-cooked food into the garbage is considered polite. That is a complete cop-out. But I find it so rude that he is willing to keep wasting our money food isn't cheaper. Would I be the asshole for just announcing that he is no longer invited to meals? Now, before we look at the comments, OP posted a major update to the thread after reading the internet's reaction. OP wrote, "Eat it." This post blew up, and I appreciate everyone weighing in. Hearing varying opinions made me set my frustration aside and realize there is a much deeper issue at play here. I agree he likely has an eating disorder. I had a serious discussion with my daughter. She and I agreed that it is okay for me to tell him that he does not have to feel pressure to eat with us, and it is perfectly acceptable for him to simply refuse food, but still sit at the table with us. OP continued, "We much prefer that option instead of him wasting food. Going this route, the problem is being addressed while avoiding humiliation for him, still respecting him as a person and my daughter as well. I am still drawing a line in the sand with the food wasting, but in a loving way that is not going to worsen any underlying trauma he might be facing. Let us take a look at how the community reacted on r/AmItheAsshole. Top comment by user NoLockwhat says, "Be kind and stop inviting him to dinners. Surely there are other ways you can spend time with him that do not involve food." User IceSeeker added, "If your daughter gets offended, tell her that you also find it rude that he wastes food. So not inviting him to eat will keep both sides happy." User Abbreviations Right pointed out, "Tell the daughter that she has to pay for his food. Wanna bet she stops inviting him herself." And user Beiji commented, "Food is expensive now." It is a way bigger insult to pile on a plate and frisbee it into the trash than simply refusing to eat. Now, let us break this down on Legal Verdict Daily. This story sits at the intersection of financial boundaries, hospitality etiquette, and mental health. First, let us address the cultural claim. Claiming that throwing food away is part of Mexican culture is factually incorrect. In fact, in many cultures experiencing economic hardship or food scarcity, wasting a full plate of food is considered far more offensive than politely declining a meal. Second, from an ethical and financial boundary standpoint, host generosity is a privilege, not an entitlement. While an eating disorder or food anxiety requires empathy, it does not obligate a host or family member to finance hundreds of dollars in wasted restaurant meals. The daughter was unintentionally enabling the behavior by using culture as a shield to avoid an uncomfortable conversation with her boyfriend. Here is our official legal verdict daily action blueprint for handling situations like this. Step 1. Separate finances immediately. When going to restaurants with adult family members, ask for separate checks. When individuals pay for their own meals, how they handle their food becomes their personal choice. Step 2. Center from social gatherings. Shift family hangouts toward activities like board games, movie nights, or sports where eating is not the primary focal point. Step 3. Communicate boundaries with compassion. OP handled the update perfectly by reassuring the guest that he is welcome at the table without the obligation to take or waste food. This content is created for educational and entertainment purposes on Legal Verdict Daily. How would you handle a guest throwing full plates of your home cooked food in the trash? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow for your daily verdict.